Now that I've fixed Sorak.
Oh, I never actually got a chance to listen to the last session I missed. I think the whole Eeljon resurrection. But
Ooh.
was there anything else that I missed from that?
Um, we did turn Buhan into an eel.
We did do that.
He does now identify as an eel person.
Mhm.
Nice.
Um, he did. They did allow Xiaofeng to return to the party. The
We
party,
didn't let him die.
yeah,
Thank you, guys.
the boy who lived.
Proof.
Did I get my fishing pole back?
You actually never let go of it, you utter
Awesome.
psychopath. The fish people were just punching you in the face over and over again, and you just held on to it, flailing it at them.
I think that means I still won.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see no reason to contest you on that point.
Still one. Buhan died trying to save you, but
Hmm.
it's okay.
Yeah, Shafung feels real bad about that.
That's okay. Me too.
Well, Buhan
Yeah.
died trying to save Ri, who was trying to save
Yeah.
Xiaofeng.
Yeah. True.
Who actually Ri
Yeah.
was trying to save Storgrim, who was trying to save Xiaofeng. I think that's the
Yeah, it's a chain of
chain of
nonsense
fools.
that we did there. Yes.
Chain, chain, chain.
Yeah. Yeah, I do feel awful about that. And I
Sure.
saw Iljon, like I know that he died and everything. Or
Well,
Shafung.
there is this eel character, and let me see. They. Where is Xiaofeng in this? Do I have a Xiaofeng in this map? Oh, he's way up at the campsite. Let's say, for the sake of things, that you guys are at the campsite.
Um, I think I may have left the group.
Did I not grab you? There you are. You are hiding under the table. Typical cat person.
True.
Okay. Park you. Park you.
Thank you.
Park you. You four. You are the team this week.
Woo.
Sorak is still with you, and he says the deal still stands and the dungeon is not yet cleared, yet he has seen fit to be incredibly charitable and give you back your cook.
Such great mercy.
Frankly, my people would have kept him forever, says Sorak, except we've discovered he does not know how to cook underwater.
Fair.
I asked you to teach me.
Yeah. He said, we're not interested in starting at zero, you know. You being the zero that I'm referring to, he says. Also, there's a couple platinum pieces in this backpack. Okay, let me switch Enrique back to Shafeng. Assuming you want to play your actual character and not the
Definitely.
rabidly
Assuming
aggressive.
I remember all the random ass feats, but yeah, definitely want to play.
Okay. They will have healed you mostly. And it's 6:01 p.m. You guys just cleared the south storeroom and then returned back to the south dorm room and returned back to here to rest. It looks like you looted everything you could have wanted out of there. And he says there is still the southwest hall and the southeastern hall by the mushroom farm that's not cleared.
Let's take stock of what we've got here.
How's our resident spellcaster doing in spells?
3 at 2nd level, so I got some spiritual weapon and some cure mod if we need it. And all of my 1st level intact.
So pretty
Not
good.
that helps much. Yeah. Can hydraulic push a lot of people.
Awesome.
Or chain cast the lower heals.
True. And a fancy new sword that we got here, so that helps.
Yep.
Can use that.
Oh, you got Katya's blade, didn't you?
Yep. It's lovely. Yeah, hey Shafung, check out my new sword. I swing it in a demonstration.
And almost take his head off.
Yeah.
Kill him to demonstrate.
Wedding gift. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
We've had fun.
So does the team want to rest?
I mean, I think we're pretty good overall.
Yeah.
Thought we were pretty early and stuff.
Okay.
Health's decent. She's got spells. I say we're ready to go on.
Okay. Which direction first?
I know they were wanting to go look into the mushroom farm, so let's head there. So start in the south hall.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Only reason why we didn't go there before is because I wanted to clear out that south dorm to make sure there was no one else who might sneak up on us.
Yeah. Oh, my sword's still swinging down below us.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Tireless sword.
You guys return to the ore processing room.
Yep.
Sorak says his people have secured this hall to the east. That's where they were holding Sha Feng. And he says from here you can go south to the Shroom Farm and another chamber they've been afraid to approach.
Right.
He says this way.
Oh.
You were going the right way, Bree.
Okay. Cat will follow the fish.
Makes sense.
Oh
sort
boy.
of.
Yeah. Just promise not to eat him. Oh, there's some stuff.
This is where his people have been holed up. They've secured this room.
All right.
Did they beat the shit out of Shafung or no?
Yeah, they were attacking you when you got dragged out to sea by one of the big hammerhead sharks. And then they captured you, beat you up, tied you up, and we're going to turn you into a slave laborer.
Okay.
In fact, you might still have this.
Oof.
What is that? Oh, it's a collar. Motherfuckers, I hate them. How dare they?
Functions as natural armor +1. Gives you water breathing and makes you resistant to the pressures of the deep. And
Can I remove it, or do I need them to remove it?
he'll remove it, but it won't protect you from drowning.
Yeah.
Surface worlder.
Yeah, Shafung grew up as a slave, so there's no way he's gonna wear this. He'll give it to someone else in the party if they want it, but yeah, he's not wearing this.
No.
Well, if you put it on, and if you're wearing it, you get the benefits. But also, any spellcaster within 100 feet that casts an attack spell at you has that spell's energy absorbed, and the collar then activates a sleep spell on you.
Wait, what? Activates asleep? I did not see that part.
It's how they keep their slaves in line.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we definitely need to get this removed.
So don't cast near him.
No, I'm gonna demand that they remove this right now before we go
Okay.
further.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, because if you cast a healing spell on him, instead of being healed, he goes to sleep.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Okay. The shamans come over and cast a spell on him. Make a save.
Why did they have to do that?
That's how you take it off, they say. Snidely. DC 23. That would make it versus their hold person, but since the collar translates the hold person into a sleep spell, you fall asleep, and then they lean down and mutter something in their Sawagan language, and the collar pops off.
When he goes down, the axe is in hand, and I'm watching very closely and very carefully.
Sorak is standing nearby with his arms folded and his sword on his hip, casually watching. And he has the other warriors back away. They're not threatening Xiaofeng.
Yeah.
Just mildly humiliating him to remove the slave necklace.
Gently tap him to wake him back up.
You wake him back up? With the collar off, he wakes up, no problem.
Was that really necessary?
Yeah.
You have to knock
says
me out
Sorak.
just to.
Yeah.
Who is that guy? Such an asshole.
Oh,
been
we have
hanging out
some
with him?
stories for you later. Yeah.
All right, let's hurry up and get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
So, I'm noticing, and I don't know if it's just the map being the map or if it means something, but there are shinies in the rubble in the walls here.
It's partly the map being the map, but this was an active mine. The dwarves had tapped into multiple silver veins here, and they were processing it. That's why they have the processing room just to the west of here.
So it's just silver?
Yeah, it's not mithril or anything amazing, but it's enough silver to be worthwhile. You know, the dwarves like to choose a place like this. Anybody else would go, it's a mine. They'd set up a mine and some carts, and that would be it. The dwarves are like, it's a home. We live there.
All right. A respectful amount here, but not enough to catch our attention for the kinds of things we're doing. All right.
If you guys, well, the Sawagan seem to want this cavern complex for themselves. They're sort of trading a tenuous peace with you guys to help deal with the nastiest things that are in here. And they're letting you take most of the loot, loose change, and the adventurers that died in here. They let you have all that.
Yep.
And they want the complex. They want
That's
the rooms.
We will let them have it. And then we will find the city and say, hey, I know where there's a silver mine.
Go.
We have to clear it out,
get it,
and
yeah.
we want a small stake in it, but I'll tell you exactly where it is.
You have to fight an entire tribe of Sawagan in the area, but shouldn't be a big deal.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm going for like a city and not a town, or Now, if I can find a nice dwarven enclave, then yeah, I'll definitely go there first. But
Yeah, I'm down to come back and take them out at some point.
I mean,
We will
it's Swagan.
avenge the injustices.
It's Swagan. It's not like anybody. And it'd be considered a bonus to clear out a group like that and not cause trouble later, right?
Yeah. Sorak says, here's this room. Everything is broken. Some sort of explosion happened.
That's where they were keeping me, right?
Yeah. The explosion happened many years ago, though. And they say, dwarves dug too greedily, too deep. Probably exploded something.
Could I have seen anything? Like, I was in there for a long time.
Yeah, do you have knowledge engineering?
Oh, no. I don't.
Okay.
So we walk. In
Storgrim,
the
you
one
can
to
roll
the
yours
right?
on it, or whoever has it.
I was gonna ask if I could. A glance is enough to.
Sorry, so many doorbells.
Hey,
okay.
pretty good roll.
We'll try to help. Helping?
Yes, you are helping. Storgrim and Reed take a look at the blast patterns in here. It's old, happened a long time ago. At least 15 years, you think, but intentional. It was some kind of deliberate collapse or sabotage of the equipment in here. There was some sort of advanced metal forge in this room that has been destroyed on purpose.
It's weird.
Interesting.
Before
I
we
just,
leave,
I kind of glance at Ree and the others and just kind of nod, as in like, yeah, I see it, but I'm not, but otherwise I just say, I definitely looks like something blew up in here. Anyways,
Yeah.
let's finish this off.
What's the door in the back?
did I ever see anyone go in and out of that door while I was hostage?
No.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys that in mayonnaise that no one ever went in there when I was locked up. Also in mayonnaise, I'm gonna like casually say, like, point at these two guys before they left the room, if they were in there, and say like, they're assholes. If we can kill them and make it look like an accident, it's a good thing.
Noted.
I'm like, I've got the plans, boyo.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Do we want to? So they've left? They're not in here with us?
Yeah, they back up and let you guys look around in there. Sorak sort of chases him out and says, let the surface worlders figure out how the other surface worlders that like to live underground mess this up.
Yeah. Go out the door.
Yeah, you can roll a perception check on the door.
We're doing great.
Okay. Doesn't
There's
appear to
on
be
point.
trapped. It's not locked. From this side, anyway. You see what used to be a storage room. You see an elaborate structure of stone shelves, nicely carven. Like there's some that are like a foot off the ground, 3 feet, 5 feet, to store lots of materials in here in a very organized manner. But everything is kind of shattered. Some kind of focused explosion was set off in here as well, deliberately destroying all the materials that were saved up in here. There were stacked fuel for fires, coal for other purposes, and looks like the shelves where metal ingots were stored were cleared before the destruction.
I don't know if I'll be able to tell this or not, but I'll ask the question, does it appear that destruction was more intent of just removing anything useful from somebody else, or more trying to cover something up?
There's a little evidence of both. You notice that there's a lot about these dwarves that is different. Every dwarven civilization kind of has their own style and their own pride. Like this tribe is the best with silver. This tribe is the best at magic weapons. This tribe makes the best armor. Whatever. The dwarves all really pride themselves on kind of their uniqueness, and then to the other races, it's just dwarves. But you're seeing a cleverness, a scientific advancement, if that makes sense, even on things as simple as door hinges and handles. They are a little different from any dwarves you've ever seen. Even the most basic things they make are very technologically advanced for your people. You're starting to think, let's see, you could know, what knowledge skills do you have, dwarf
Mostly
man?
engineering.
Roll in engineering. Just on this specific thought. Very good. You're thinking Alkenstar. Alkenstar is way east of here, between the wastes of Geb and next to the Mana Waste. It is a primarily dwarven settlement where, in a place, it's so close to the mana waste, it's not safe to use magic there. So magic users are rare, and the ones that are there can't do much, or they'll blow themselves up. And they have a lot of technology, a lot of advanced technology. Like Numeria, they have rifles, and they have mechanical, and they have chemical engines and things like that. They have limited control over electricity. So this sort of smacks of an Alkenstar expedition.
They be known to come this far out?
No, never heard of it. But the Alkenstar clan is also very secretive. They were separated from the other dwarves during multiple cataclysms for centuries, and it's not easy to get to Alkenstar, so they are kind of separated.
Almost their own sub-race at this point.
Yeah, they're dwarves, but they're pretty secretive.
This is interesting to find a group of dwarves like this out here.
They were very far from home.
Very far from home, and very different from the other ruins that we looked over.
Interesting.
I've never heard of Alkenstar, but
As you guys are sort of mumbling and signing the secret parts of this back and forth to each other, Sorak goes, you hear as you go, these guys are very different, very far from home, and very unique. Sorak goes, yeah, it's all pretty typical dwarf stuff.
Oh, sweet summer child.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you'd expect to find. It's what people like you would expect to find. He says in a very agreeable tone. Now, one other thing, because remind me, GM, because I want to say, I found a shrine in here. Actually, yeah, because it's in the Hall of Torag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was just a Torag, but still, I found an inscription that was related to my axe here.
To Brogan, yes, to Brogan's oath.
So, two completely different dwarf clans that Brogan was significant to.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Conspiracy.
May actually have to do something elfy and hit a library or something.
Oh no.
gross.
The
Nerd
worst.
loot.
Oh, here it is.
Please don't. Not today. I've had a bad enough time lately.
Oh, not today. We have other things to do. Come on. We'll take you somewhere where you can punch something.
You've earned it.
Yeah, I just want to punch myself right now, to be honest.
Oh, that's gonna have to wait. We got enough fighting to go on, so we can't waste the healing spells.
Here we go.
There you
Just
go.
in case we need it. Better late than never.
Yep. Alright.
He says hold here. He says the mushroom is straight south, and my shaman said there are the twice dead in there. In that room. He points to this room here.
Right?
Mhm.
Take them out then.
Okay. You get about there.
Too far. Yeah, that was again.
He's coming with you.
Oh, damn it.
I'm assuming these guys could be a little bit closer
Right.
to behind me.
Right around here is where I think we will put you in
Yeah.
combat. Put these in combat. And we can roll initiatives. Some undead come stumbling from around a pillar.
That's gonna narrow would have moved in smaller portions.
Oh, these rolls.
Rolled lower than me, that's all I care.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you rolled same as me, so technically I'm
Oh.
still in the last.
Okay. Holden, you can see two of those undead dwarves come stumbling around the corners of this pillar.
Alrighty. I don't suppose I can do some sort of acrobatic charge from here.
Yeah, I'd let you acrobatics off that ledge. It's only like 4 feet up. Hell yeah. Very good.
Aha!
Ha!
Move up to him. Can I attack, or
Yeah,
is it double? Okay.
he does your typical pirate slow, graceful forward flip with no tuck, drawing his sword as he goes, landing lightly on his feet, and sprinting over and yelling just as Kip did. Ha!
Balls.
And then...
Oh, that's a +2 for charge, though, so 14?
And with their 10 armor class, you hit for 17, stabbing him straight
Nice.
through several organs, but of course...
Okay. Yeah, can I charge that guy too?
Sure.
Where I'm at?
Roll me an acrobatics check.
Alright.
Less amazing, but you manage it. You crash down the side of this little ledge, run over here, and slam into this poor undead dwarf.
Okay.
It would have looked pretty cool if Holden hadn't just done what he did.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah.
Ah,
Hits. Their armor class is terrible. Steps over here. Tries to kill Holden. Ooh, that's not going to come close. He rolled pretty poor. Scrapes his axe along this pillar next to your head, Holden. Throws a bunch of sparks and chunks of stone over your head. 10, 15, 20. This workman runs up here towards Storgrim, flailing with his hammer. Not close. Storgrim catches his attack easily on his shield. Okay, that hits for 14, although he does not take the cold damage. Three.
Well, I will spiritual weapon and plunk that down over there.
Okay. Spiritual
And
weapon hits for 14. Very
Awesome.
good.
And then come down here to help him next turn.
Okay. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Sorak cuts that dwarf in half.
Fair.
This dwarf pummels Shafeng mercilessly. Whoa! Actually hits for 6.
Damn it.
Stab this foul fiend.
Get him.
oh, ouch.
That broken glass effect's pretty cool.
Something's up with my settings. Are the hype tracks working?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll fix it later. Okay. I'm like a lot of the sound effects I'm not hearing for some reason.
If you haven't
Okay.
played in a while, you might need to do a Control F5, like a full browser
No big deal. I'll do it
reload.
later. Okay. I'm gonna flurry.
Just rest assured, it sounds really cool.
Nice. So I will flurry. So 5 foot first to. Did I see that soldier has reach there?
Yes, he does.
He does. Okay. So I'm gonna provoke by moving out of his reach when I flurry, right?
Can't you 5 foot? That doesn't provoke.
Okay. Well, my flurry, I do the 5 foot. I can't remember. Sorry, it's been too long. I think I. Yeah, I can 5 foot out and then start the flurry, I guess. Okay. So I'll attack this guy first.
This guy will probably drop if that changes your positioning at all.
Well, I can 5 foot again after this.
Okay.
To the other guy and attack him. But you know what? That does change my positioning. Let me do it this way.
Hell yeah.
I'll go here first, then
Okay.
5 foot on and attack that guy.
Huge. Knock him flat.
Okay, sweet.
He's gone.
And here for my next attack of the flurry.
Let it rip. This guy actually has an armor class. And you connect with his armor.
Okay.
Takes
and
no
then
damage.
Oh, he takes no damage, you said?
Correct.
Oh, because I hit his armor. Okay.
Mhm.
And then I'll use my 5 foot step. So those are just both flurry. I'll move my 5 foot step to go behind him, so Holden
Cool.
can flank, hopefully.
Nice.
That's it.
He decides that you are too cheeky by far, and he hits you for 26.
Ouch.
Damn.
Alright, that way. Yeah, about the same either way. So 40 feet of movement gets me there. That's my turn.
Okay. We're gonna need a bigger
sorry.
boat.
Alright. Can I move myself before I move the spiritual weapon?
Yes, you'll need to, so that you can see the
let's
target.
see. Yes. Oh, come here, ruler. Dang it. Okay. Go over here.
Yeah, that should do it. And then you can redirect.
And take a swipe at him.
Yeah. That his touch AC, that hits for 10. Good shot. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Sorak is really not faster than you, Storgrim, on land. He also is very slow.
Can I move here? Or is that just rubble?
You can move there.
Yeah, I was there last time.
Yeah. You guys hear Storgrim, you and Sorak hear a clunk clunk of fists beating on these doors behind you.
Damn. Holy
Really?
bad
Okay.
luck.
Okay. Twice in a row. Very impressive.
Okay. I'm going to flurry again. This time I'm gonna. I can substitute maneuvers, I think, for my flurry, right? So I'm gonna try to do shit. What is the thing I have a focus on?
I think your class is utter bullshit, so yeah, probably so.
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember. I have like a specialization in something. I just don't remember what it was. Oh, I think it was like reposition I did. Yeah, so fuck that. I'm gonna try to trip him.
Okay.
Well, the thing is, with your class, you can do bullships like, I'm going to be good at tripping today, right now. And
Yeah, brawlers.
Yeah, I'm sure I
Brawler's really
could,
great.
but I don't. I don't want to make you guys wait for me to look it up. So I'll just try as is. So that's a CMB for my first thing. I have to move for my flurry, so I'll move there. And I think that, yeah, that has all the bonuses.
His CMD is higher than that. You
Okay.
failed to trip him.
All right.
He plants his stout little undead dwarf legs and won't be knocked down.
I'm gonna try it again.
Okay. Do it again. That
Nice.
works. You knock him prone before he could cut your effing head off.
All right, sweet. And then, guess there's not much else I can do. I'll just stay here.
He then stands up.
That provokes, right?
It does.
Sweet.
both of you.
And you both have flank. This is Holden's chance for the coveted 3 1s in a row.
At this.
Hit.
Who's that on?
You get an AOO, sir.
Who's
I
that?
tripped the dude in front of you, Holden, and he
Oh.
just stood up on his turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was.
No worries.
He's still on that Percocet. You gotta give him a sec.
There we
Holy
go.
shit.
Finally,
There you
there you
go.
go.
Crit confirms for 23. You get parts of the back vertebra, weakening him. But he stays on his feet because he is dead. He stands up and takes a swat at Xiaofeng.
Ugh.
Xiaofeng avoids it. Which is a good idea, because 23 is a lot.
Yep.
My turn now, right?
Yeah.
We'll move up here. See if I can ring his bell a little bit. Nope.
What is with you
Man.
guys? There is the coveted Thomas the Train. Amazing. Spiritual weapon automatically continues.
Yep.
And then you can move and stab if you wish. That will
Thank you.
hit on touch.
We'll come over here, fill in the other spot, and slice. Also, very quick sidebar. Graham said he's on his break and said to tell you guys hi.
Wow.
Oh, say hi back.
And I can't hit worth a crap.
Nar! Well, the spiritual weapon hit. You're good.
That's
We're gonna need a bigger boat. Sorak says, "Goodness, you all just continue to toy with these things." And then he misses.
Hey,
Well, back-to-back
Nice.
ones, back-to-back crits. Who is this man? That will confirm for 25, and he drops. And you can hear a thumping, crunching, pounding sound coming from these doors over here. Something on the other side is trying to break them down.
I will move 30 feet then.
Okay. You are out of that combat. There's definitely bad dead things on the other side of these doors, but they haven't broken through yet. That's a pretty good heal.
I'm gonna use another one.
Okay. A couple of rounds. The spiritual weapon will go down.
okay.
Wait for everybody to get into position here.
I also will point out that I see a dude to the south of us. I'll say it in mayonnaise so we don't alert him.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, and
Everybody ready?
The mushroom fields, yes.
You ready?
Sorak says you should let me up front, but whatever. When you're dead, I'll step over you and kill them.
Maybe we should let him go up front and like then close the door behind him. I don't know.
Wow.
Enrique to form, trying to kill his character again.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Had
we
it
all
back for 5 seconds. Already kill him.
we all feel like Sorak is really your character, or at least a future character of yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he was perfectly designed. Yeah.
We'll roll initiative. Yeah, he was well designed to tempt you into killing yourself.
Yeah, it was fun.
And we already know that if I do succeed in getting some city to come clear this place out and do a mine, within a few weeks you're gonna have a Swaggin vest, leather vest from this character or something.
That would be pretty cool. Maybe wear his like
See,
huge
you
ass skull as
You
a helmet.
guys have achieved never before levels of peace and negotiation with the Sawagans. No surface worlders have ever had a better relationship with them than you have right now. And you're going to throw that all away for leather
Yes,
vest?
Petty
because
revenge.
I know exactly. It's only they're only doing it because they're using us to take care of their problem.
I'm a little surprised they can all resist my fishing lure right now.
Wow, that's racist.
Ah, crap.
What's the matter?
I just looked at the tracker and didn't realize how badly I rolled.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit. I also see some interesting people in that.
I open the door.
It is locked. We're defeated. We don't have disable device, do we?
Nope.
We have an axe.
I have a +3 in disable device. Does that count for? It's probably not much.
You gotta have some ranks in it.
I don't know. Let me check.
I stab the door. No,
Yep, no ranks.
I cry in sad swashbuckler. I can't do anything, so yeah.
Okay.
I'll move back, so maybe the meat shield can break down the door.
Sounds like an axe is the best plan.
Okay.
Here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
Well, not.
Tell you what,
I don't know
put
what to do here.
your eye to the keyhole so you can see through there, and then you can put your
Drop in a spiritual weapon. I like it.
inside.
Fish in a barrel. If they can't figure out how to open the door.
Hell yeah.
Well, we can keep the door closed from our side. Just like hold it shut.
Am I able to put the spiritual weapon in with my eye to the keyhole?
No.
Okay.
Aw.
It was worth a try.
Yeah.
I will hold then.
That is some D&D the
Maybe.
movie shit, though.
Yes.
Maybe Storgrim just needs to cut a hole just big enough for you to see through, but not
Yeah.
destroy the door.
I like it. Yeah, just hold an attack in case.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to be first through that door.
We're gonna need a bigger boat. God damn it. He starts chopping into the door with his sea steel blade. He is up against the hardness of the door. You see him do serious damage to the nearby door. And Brogan's axe. It's better against the DR. Trashes the door. Opening it, you see 3 of the workers piled up against the door. They instantly reach for you and try to grab you and bite you. Behind them, you see that there's one of those polearm guards and another of the paragons, which you know as a cleric before. And to the southeast, you see another heavily armored, undead, bare white skull with graying, matted, nappy-looking beard hanging off its chin, with wispy, tattered, dead white hair hanging out the side of the skull, and a little golden crown on its head, wielding a wild-looking axe in one hand and another weirder axe in its other hand. The soldier steps forward and, using reach, hits Sorak for 18. This workman reaches for you, trying to grab you. Or trying to smack you with its hammer. Storgrim. No. Easily blocked. You can diagonal stab past Sorak here if you want to.
Sweet.
Mostly because he's stumbling backwards because he just got poleaxed. Easily hits for 21, but they're very tough because they don't feel no pain.
So there's no way for me. I can attack next to Storgrim or no?
Yes.
Like if I get there.
You can attack this guy.
And if I were to try to get into the room, that would be like
you'd have to acrobatics through them, which is not that hard. This is the guy you'd want to worry about.
Yeah.
He has reach, so he gets an AOO if you fail, if your acrobatics is not at least like 25-ish.
Ooh. Second. So it wouldn't fall more than. So he would get an AOO as I'm moving out of Storgrim's thing, right?
Yeah, somewhere in this neighborhood
Okay.
he'd get an AOO.
Just like tactically, I want to ask the party: do you guys think it's worth it for me to go in there and try to give you flank, or no? I'm just gonna like end up downing myself, being surrounded.
I think you'd end up being surrounded and down.
Yeah.
All right.
The thing is,
Thank you for the bravery.
If we can attack one of these and remove it and move them out of the way, if the initiative goes well, then we can shift inwards and kind of split stuff up.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll just get here and what's it called? Do an attack. I'll try to. Can I try to trip the guy from here? Fuck it, I'll try to trip him.
You're the trip master. Yeah. You knock this guy down.
Okay.
Your CMD is
Sweet.
pretty bad. You kick his legs out right from underneath him.
It's been too long again. I can't remember. Can I do 5 foot and a move action or no?
Yeah.
No, right? Oh, I can?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Then I'm going to use martial flexibility
Okay, cool.
to give myself a thing that gives me a bonus against reach attacks for AC, basically.
Cool. This guy very wisely stands up, provoking from Sorak, Storgrim, and Xiaofeng.
Damn.
Storgrim, did you take yours?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I see it. Got it. Their AC is trash. Yeah, these three... Yeah. Xiaofeng kicks the legs out from under him. While standing up, he gets sliced and diced. It is hideous. the combination of Storgrim and Sorak, and Shafang gets another shot on him as he's trying to get up. Ugly. He's gone. Very gone. Why don't you... Sorry, hang on. That's why. Hang on. Fixing something stupid. There we go. Okay. The Lord of Gol Kazak looks like the others. He stumbles, lurches to one side, lurches to the other, holding an axe in each hand. The only part that's strange is he lifts up one leg and leans forward and stomps into a strange, like a sprint that just suddenly looks very un-zombie-like. As he's running across the room, he throws one of the axes that he holds at Sorak, hitting him. And the axe slashes past Sorak's shoulder, over Sorak's head, over Storgrim's head, and flies back to the Lord of Gol Kazak's hand. And he runs in and charge slashes at Storgrim. And he does an amazing crit.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Ow.
God.
Well, at least you're hardy.
Yep, but that was about
Oh.
2/3 of my health.
That's what you got all that HP for, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Great
Well.
axe crits. The best.
Why is it always a damn great axe with you?
It's always a great axe.
Okay. Trying to figure out set up spiritual weapon and chip at them while I then funnel in healings, or start funneling in healings now. Dorgrim, what do you feel? Do you want to go straight to...
Go ahead and start the spiritual weapon. I will spend an action taking a potion.
Okay. And then I will be able to swing this and funnel crap into you.
Yep.
One after. Okay. I'm gonna put it right here so it doesn't have to move if one of them goes down.
Perfect. It still has to be redirected.
Oh, okay. You know, it's at least less for it to travel. Save it some. Yeah, I got
It ain't that
Okay.
bright, but if you put it on the one of the ones that has a lot of HP, it'll be
It'll be there for a while.
so productive. Yeah.
That's good. So, the one that just hit Storgrim.
Natural 20.
Got it.
Roll out.
And that actually confirms crit because their touch AC is very low. So you just did
Damn.
23 to the big guy. Very good.
Yay! Thank you. And I will stay here and prepare to start pumping healing spells. Next turn.
Okay. Paragon casts blindness, deafness at Re. Make a fort save.
Fair.
Oh
God
no.
damn it.
You are blind.
Shafang grabs Ree and runs away.
Thank you.
Screams to everyone else, run! We're fucked.
24 will hit Sorak for 6.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Sorak starts challenging motherfuckers to duels.
Did that already? Oh,
Nice.
Natural 20. Roll out.
annihilates this guy, which activates his glorious challenge, and his second swing, which also crit confirms, goes into the Lord of Gold Kozak. Sorak just starts screaming, "More! More!"
Zorak.
You're gonna play him. I don't know what campaign. It might not be mine. At some point, you're gonna tap into your inner Sorak.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, it's true.
That's crappy healing, but I'll take it. Some points I didn't have before. And that's an action to drink a potion, right?
I think we've been doing move action because I don't like it to take y'all's entire turn. It does provoke though if you do it next to bad people.
Yeah, so I
I don't
was
know how he
worried.
did that.
You can 5 foot back and do it.
Yeah, I hate to do it.
Sorak's a hit
Because-
bag. He's not afraid. He's still got 70
Well,
hits.
if it's intelligent, if this guy's intelligent enough to target our caster,
Mm-hmm.
this guy's
Yeah.
potentially intelligent enough to step forward and start attacking. Really.
Yep.
So, but
Hmm.
I got to take the risk to take the potion. So, yep, I will step back.
Yeah.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. This guy scoots forward, does a reach attack past Sorak, and hits Ree with Polearm. Since she is
We'll do
currently
it.
blind. Let's see, I'll put this on you. So your AC is, yeah, he gotcha.
Mhm.
They definitely, the workmen do not at all seem intelligent. But the Paragon, the one at the back, and the Lord are pretty clever, and they are commanding the soldier. You can hear them barking like guttural orders back and forth in an older dwarven dialect. You can understand it, though, Storgrim. This workman pushes past the Lord to try and hit Storgrim. Ooh, I think he does for... Nope, he misses by 1. Storgrim gets his shield up just in time for that.
I'm gonna move like this, I think,
Okay.
and attack this boy.
Do you want to acrobatics so I don't get an AOO from this?
Oh, good point.
You make it. The poleaxe goes swinging over the top of Sorak's head, trying to hit Holden, but he ducks behind the Sawakin. Can't quite bring it around on you. You want to stab this little punk? That hits for 19. This combat's getting messy.
Yeah, and so I literally can't flurry right now because I have to. It's finally a downside to this thing. Like I have to be able to move to flurry. So I'm like, because I can't like move into Storgrim's and attack from his square, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is it feasible to acrobatics through 2 people?
Friendlies. Enemies,
Enemies.
you suffer a bonus versus the worst of their CMB. It would be really hard for you to acrobatics through the Lord of Gold Kazakh Square or the soldiers.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'll just only trip. I'll just try to trip the guy in front of me.
Okay. That will probably spell his doom.
And flanking bonus for tripping.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right. So that's that, and then trying to see if I have any items or something cool I can do. Actually, if I trip him, can I 5 foot into a square? No. Never mind. Oh, no, okay, that's my turn, I guess.
Okay.
I'll drink my wine.
Hell yeah. The Lord of Gold Kazakh takes a shot at Zorak. Hits him for 21 and does a shockingly agile jump backwards, throwing his axe at Ryarka.
Yay!
And
Death.
because you're blind, hits you for 9.
That's fun.
Standing there, blinded, you just feel axes and axes slamming into you.
Ow!
So, do I need to be able to see to swing the sword if it's staying where it's at?
The spiritual weapon continues to attack unimpeded.
Alrighty.
It is a lovely spell when you lock it onto a worthy target.
Yeah,
Hits for 11.
that's good.
Very good.
Is there another fort save, or do I just stay like this?
You're stuck like this. You are permanently blind until you get the spell Remove Blindness.
Permanently? What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a brutal spell.
it really is.
Jeez.
Gotta remove disease. I've got to cure mod. Yeah, I got nothing that is going to be useful here. Can I stumble blindly backward to try to not get slapped?
You can 5-foot hop whatever direction you want, or more with acrobatics.
I'm gonna use acrobatics. I'm gonna try to not get chopped in half with an axe while I cannot see what's happening.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if he can still reach me from here because I can't see where he is. So, if you guys need to drag me at some point, feel free.
How are you? Are you like cartwheeling backwards or like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scared backward cartwheel cat.
Diovolan.
Storgrim, make a will save.
This motherfucker.
Save.
Ooh! Clutch? You
Plus
have your
4.
dwarven stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
But that's cutting it pretty close, bud. Sorak calls out in Soagan, and a shaman comes running down from the upstairs level and casts Remove Blindness Deafness.
Oh, thank you.
I actually had a plan, but that saves me.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
I have potions of restoration in
Thank
my
you,
squid
Shaman
bag.
friend.
Fair.
Sorak 5 foots into the middle of all of them because he
Goddamn
has
Sorak.
greater challenge the Lord of Gold Kazakh. He can't swing at anyone else until that's dead. He power attacks. He has challenge. He doesn't vital strike. He attacks. He fucking cuts the king's head off for 33 points.
Nice.
Dead motherfucker. He then turns and challenges this beat down bitch next to him. Hang on, I gotta level up his challenge here. This is all the fun of this power. He's now up to 3. As he cuts that dwarven worker in half. Ah, more!
Alright. Well, she's taken care of. Oh, because it's that way. Okay. Crap.
The Pathfinder diagonal's getting you.
Well, no, actually, door's center, so I could see myself not being able to go to here, and I was just so thinking.
I'll let you go there. Sorek's a big dumb idiot, but he'll let
So
you
that would be
pass.
2. King's dead?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorek
fuck, okay. I
took
missed
his
that.
head clean off his shoulders with a 33-point slash.
Alright, I was looking stuff up and I missed that. Alright. So that's 1, 2 in that case. Yeah, I am actually kind of going in weird directions because I'm trying to get at least 15 feet of movement so that I can trigger.
Oh boy.
Da-da-da,
What the hell are you up to?
my boots.
Oh god.
Hey!
Oh.
I have to move over more. I have to move at
Jesus.
least 15 feet, and I get a free heal up to my con a day, or con times a day.
Nice.
I swear, I make the dumbest boots of any D&D campaigns ever. Okay, great.
And then I will. And what makes it more fun is he'd already wasted his attack of opportunity before, so I could do that. Oh, I was gonna do sillier stuff before with things that I actually planned to make a lap. 20 feet in a circle.
Just runs in circles. Fine. It's my fault. Fucking 3 a.m. items. Alright.
Yep, I missed. Oh well.
Well, your behavior is unconscionably annoying. I fucking cut your head off. Take 29.
Yeah, ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Run around my combat, will ya? Tell you what. Move that guy. It's a messy ass combat, Holden.
I am reloading.
Oh no!
I am stuck reloading.
Oh no. You are 5 feet away from the soldier if you want to engage him. That will, or if you want to take 2 steps north and then 1 step east, that will leave it open for Shafeng to come punch him also.
But if he also goes 3 steps north and 1 step east, then he can flank with me.
I go
Yeah.
1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Okay. 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Now,
You're right. That is totally the best move.
I acrobatics into the room and stab somebody so someone can come in behind me.
Fuck yeah, you do. 26 acrobatics. Tumbles through. Sets up a flank on the soldier with Sorak. And attacks. And nearly crits. Doesn't confirm. But
Natural
you do
20. Roll out.
hit the soldier for 21. Very good. Now Shafeng has room to tumble around.
I'm so good I don't even have to be logged in.
Yep. Well, I did what you told me to, and it worked well.
That's a trip
Ooh,
on the soldier.
that trips him.
Alright,
He does
sweet.
not like that.
And that was in the flurry, so
I feel like we have unlocked trip for the campaign. It's just going to be trip every combat.
maybe. I mean, I didn't take the bonus to it, but it is pretty fucking good.
Holden's going to get like a rapier on a stick, so he has reach, and then trip, reach, and Storgrim never even gets to the fight because he's too slow.
I try to
Oh
punch
no, I'm
that.
taking that axe. That throwing axe?
22 does hit his prone armor class.
Alright,
Good shot.
Sweet. And then, yeah, I'll, yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah. That's my.
Oh, let's see. Nope. Sorry.
Oh, I forgot to put -2 on that actually, so but it should still hit, right? Yeah.
I think so, because he's prone.
Did the CMB hit with -2?
Yeah.
Okay.
It hit exactly with -2.
Cool.
Okay. Unfortunately, on the Lord of Gol Kazak's turn, as he lays there on the ground, you see his head twitch to one side, and he sits up from his dead position on the ground as his head is laying next to him. His head is twitching, and his body sits up, and with his axe hand, he takes a swing at Storgrim's legs. Which misses, and then he throws his axe at Sorak. And misses. Would have been a lot more impressive if you hadn't missed on everything, bud.
Don't like that guy.
He is a headless corpse sitting there swinging at you guys.
Oh, so if he's a headless corpse and is still in combat, then I can still hit him?
Then the spiritual weapon is automatically still locked onto him.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my god. And
Natural 20.
as he
Roll out.
sits up and starts flailing with both axes, and literally both Storgrim and Sorak jump back and go, "What the f-?" And then the spiritual weapon just goes stab, 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 stab. It just starts over and over stabbing downward into his body, and he lies still. You think he's actually dead this time. Pretty sure. Pretty sure.
Nice.
I would then like to get over here and try to help them. I cannot reach Storgrim from here.
Nope, but you could reach this person, and you want to be careful
Stab him
moving through
again,
there.
just to be sure.
You need to go like that, but you...
Well, he's tripped. He's prone.
Oh, he's prone, so he can't AO. You're safe.
Okay. I would like to then do a... Can I reach the guy through the doorway here?
Yeah, get him.
Okay. Try to help them.
You hit. You get a small stab on him there. That weapon is going off strength, and it shouldn't. 1 second, I'll fix it.
Okay, thank you.
Dex. That's on strength. Switch this to Dex, so you should have actually done 3 more points. Okay, got it.
Okay. Thank you.
Guess who's back?
Yeah.
Back again. Holden's back. Make a save.
Diavolan.
For me?
Yeah.
I don't wanna.
You tumbled into the room, you did impressive things, and you sang Eminem. That triggers him.
Hey.
Wow!
Natural 20. Roll out.
I don't think you rolled anything this whole evening that wasn't a 1 or a 20.
I rolled a 15.
Oh, okay.
So the Paragon is more of a Skittles person then?
Yeah, probably so. Um... The shaman comes around and heals Sorak for 16.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Sorak turns to the prone soldier and says, "I challenge you," and starts chopping down on him just brutally. Challenging the foe who is prone on the ground may not seem that heroic, but to Sorak it's very heroic. He kills him, chops him to pieces, and ascends to challenge level 4. Hmm.
Alright. Three total for another heal.
I was wondering why you weren't 5-footing. Forgot about that.
Once I get close enough to you, I will use my last
Look
second
at-
level.
Look at this magic item abuser. Look at that.
Yeah, every combat, our slowest guy is just like
Our slowest
running
guy
laps.
is running laps every combat. This is the stupidest shit.
Why
it's
do you
working.
think I have such
It's
high
working.
constitution,
Yeah,
man? I
yeah.
do the cardio.
No, I don't really blame you. You're doing what makes sense. It's fine. I have no one to be mad at but myself. It's good looking art though. Look at those good looking boots.
Is it better or worse than the goat sleeping bag?
Okay, the goat sleeping bags I'm very proud of. So let's just not even mention them in the
Very
same
good.
conversation as what he's doing.
Fair. But the way we abuse them in terms of the sound.
21.
literally-
It turns and catches your attack on its shoulder plate. Doesn't go through.
Oof.
The sleeping bags are goated.
Oh my god. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. It's a deeply silly campaign. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, not
It's
sorry.
okay, we've started it with mayonnaise.
I mean, this is obviously a Pirates of the Caribbean level
It's a
campaign.
little
We are
whimsical.
fine
It's a
with that.
little whimsical.
Natural 20. Roll out.
Me too, but yeah.
Nice.
Crit confirms. Really nice shot, Holden. He is so heavily armored and so tough. He's tougher than the king was or the other soldiers, and yet you scored a huge hit on him there. Very good.
Can I occupy the same square as a spiritual weapon?
Yeah, it doesn't take up any space.
Alright, then I will charge.
And it's about to get moved, I think, anyway.
So that's a charge. And I'll power attack. Cool.
Ooh, hits for 19. Very good.
That's it.
Well, redirect the spiritual weapon then.
Okay.
And wait, and now, unless he's gonna sit up again, is he dead?
I don't know. We got Sorak there at least.
He looks pretty dead.
Okay.
No movement. Well, the head is still twitching a little bit, but the body's not moving.
So I
body-
should challenge him.
The body has the axes.
We will speak with his head later. Here's this, there's that.
Okay.
And
That hits.
it's, not ideal, but then I would like to go to can I pump a wand charge of heal into you?
Go for it.
Okay.
Wow, good roll.
Okay. Makes up for my poor attack.
He 5-foot hops back. Looks around at you two. Drops an obscuring mist in the center of the room.
Oh boy.
The shaman tries to dispel it but fails.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Nice try.
Sorak runs into the obscuring mist but can't find the man. God damn it, I have level 4 challenge. Where is he?
Try to do perception check as well to see if I can find him.
Ooh.
Nope. So, since I don't know where he is, I will just hold, and if something attacks me, I'll attack it back.
I have an idea. I'm going to run around like a madman until I run into something.
Might run into
You don't want to
Sora.
roll perception with your -2?
Well, it's not a visual. I don't think it would be a visual check, would it?
True. Kind of can't be.
Gonna tie, a rag over my eyes, Neo style. Hell yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's better than the other two knuckleheads. You go to his last known, and you think there's sort of a dark shape in front of you if you want to swing at it. It's roughly dwarf size. You're pretty sure it's not Storgrim. You do get sort of turned around sometimes, so.
I will roll high.
You hit armor, and do not penetrate the armor class.
Oh, fair.
Alright, I will martial flexibility with my move action to switch into blind fight.
Cheater. This guy's cheating.
And then I'm gonna try to grapple him.
Oh my god. Alright.
Is he flanked right now? Because I can see Holden there, right?
I think
No
he
one
has
on
his
the other
back
side.
to a wall.
Oh, he's back there. Damn, actually, okay, so I can't grapple him right now. Never mind, he's too far from me. Alright, so my move is that, and then I just move to get on the other side of him if I have enough movement. 1, 2... Yeah, I'll just get over here.
Acrobatics? Or you'll provoke.
That's fine, I guess I'll try acrobatics. Okay. Cool.
Whoa.
But I think that's as far as
Natural
I can
20.
get.
Roll out.
Solid. Okay.
Or actually, no, sorry, I did that. Yeah, I'll try to get into full flank with Holden.
Is that a wall there?
Yeah, seems like it.
It is.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't tell with the mist. Okay, well, that's it then.
Okay, Rarica, did you set your spiritual weapon on him before the mist?
Yeah, and then he moved back. If I am able to follow to where I saw him move before the mist hit.
You don't have to. The weapon stays on him, and it doesn't need to see.
Okay.
As long as...
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
helpful.
you may attack him with the spiritual weapon. And it
Yay.
hits, chipping away at his mountain of health.
And do I need to be able to see Storgrim to slap a heal on him?
You're adjacent to him, so you can you already just... Yeah, you can just do it again. Do what you did. Okay.
That's it.
He 5 foot back. That's not what I was supposed to do. That is what I was supposed to do. Okay. Actually, before he 5 foots back, he's gonna do this, which hits
Does he
every single
provoke
one
from
of
me?
you. No, he made his concentration check. You can all make a will save versus that negative energy.
Oof.
Well,
Is it half damage if you make it?
Correct.
ah, shit. I'm not feeling bonito.
Yep. Zorak is yelling in Sawagan. The Sawagan shaman runs in, finds him in the mist because he's yelling in Sawagan, and heals him for 15.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Where is this piece of shit? Oh!
Natural 20. Roll out.
You! Power tank, challenge, vital strike. Ugh! What is the missed chance? Is it 20% or 50%? Checking. 5 feet away, 20% missed chance. Farther away, farther. Okay. So, he does not want a 1. Piss. Or, Sorak does not want a 1. Sorak misses because of the obscuring mist. God damn it!
Alright, I'm gonna try the perception check again. Probably still not enough.
You can tell he's in the south side of the room somewhere. Bunch of people just ran past you that direction. You can hear Sorak yelling to the south.
I will head here then as my movement.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Good. Holden, you're real close to him. But you thought he went left. Some other dwarf just ran past you, and you got confused for a second as to which dwarf was which. You've lost him.
Okay, I stabbed the one on the left.
Okay, you stabbed the one on the left. Roll to hit.
Hell yeah. No, well, I know that that person came from behind me, so.
Well, that makes sense, but you do have a 7 perception.
Could be that guy resurrected again.
True.
Yeah.
Oh.
Roll your mischance. You almost swing at Storgrim. But the dwarf that charges past you in the obscuring mist has a brightly glowing blue glass axe, and you're pretty sure that's not the bad guy.
Okay,
And his boots lit up too, so.
And as you hear his boots going ding-a-ling-a-ling.
I'll just start stumbling in the general direction of this way.
That's what more can we all do? It's just the story of life. Yep, once again, you cannot tumble. Eat shit.
Yep. Well, can I, can I acrobatics through this guy, square the enemy?
You could try. I'd sure
Or is
get a
there a
fun
wall
AOO
there?
if you fail.
Yeah, I can't tell if there's a wall there.
You'd have to AOO through him to get back here.
Alright, let's try that.
Come on. Come on. Oh, you do it.
And then when I'm back there, I'm gonna try to grapple him.
Oh my god. You grapple him. Jesus.
Alright, sweet. Now I need to look up grapple rules because I have no fucking clue how that actually works. But I assume it makes it harder for him to cast shit, hopefully.
Did I fix the AI in this? No, I didn't. I gotta fix that at some point. Yeah.
Alright.
He's grappled. You're basically grappled. You can attack each other with no negatives, but he has negatives. He's easier to hit for everybody else.
Okay. And he can still cast while he's
He
grappled?
can. He has to make concentration checks, I think.
Are those have a negative on them, hopefully?
I think so. Yeah. Let's look it up.
Alright, let's see. Can take no actions requiring 2 hands. Somatic spells require concentration check.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. The undead dwarven cleric has been tackled.
Yay! Does the
And
sword
I'll-
still get to follow him?
It does.
I'm also gonna scream, like, guys, follow my voice. I'm just gonna keep
Over
screaming,
here.
like, over here. I'm holding the guy. I'm holding him still. Just come to my voice. Come this way. And I'll just keep saying that over and over.
That'll help.
Holo.
Yep.
Yeah, Marco.
Chop.
Chop. Successful. Whittling away at
Hey.
the mountain of HP.
And then as my mountain of HP is down to 2, I'm gonna boop myself with the wand.
Damn.
Roll his chance.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh,
If that hits.
That does not hit you. You're too far away.
Oh, okay.
Again? Holy
Nice.
frick.
Nice.
Natural 20. Roll out.
Sorry, makes a save and takes half. At least he rolled bad on damage this time.
You guys okay in that cloud over there?
I'm good.
It's going great.
Come this way. Hurry.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Piece of shit. Ugh. Okay.
Hopefully he didn't hit my arm.
He missed once, but he did also hit once for a shitload.
Alright. So do I still need to do a perception check?
Yeah, you get bonuses. You can tell Sorak is hitting it. So you know where he is.
There we go.
You believe you will have an angle on the target if you go stand over here.
Go stand over there.
Okay.
I will. And I got flanking from here, don't I? Yeah. So
You do.
that.
Hits. It's very low on HP. Doesn't take the cold damage though.
Oh, I was assuming. No, hold on. I gotta roll
Oh.
my.
Sure.
Nope, I missed.
No.
Nor.
Okay. Hold it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just looking up grapple rules. It seems I could try to tie him up, but it'd be -10 on my CMB to try to do that. But I do have rope, and it would be really cool, so I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
Which means, wait, well, shit, my CMB is already almost only +10, so never mind. I'm not gonna try that. I'll just attack him and maintain the grapple.
Okay. You must continue to make a check each round as a standard action.
I was looking at this flow chart
Yeah.
that I just put
As
in
part of the
Discord.
standard action. Move, damage. Yeah.
I think I'm in the flowchart I'm in, I still control the grapple, I think, because he didn't do anything to reverse it.
Yep. I think you
Yeah,
do this
so-
damage to him. You can keep attacking him.
Oh, I have to roll C and B to attack him, it says. That's weird.
Yeah,
I guess
it's
that's to maintain
basically
it.
pretty similar to your melee, though. And you could try to give him the pinned condition.
Well, I think, yeah, so that's what I was trying to figure out. Do I need to... This chart is so fucking complicated.
Yeah.
That's why I never grapple people. But
Let's see. Yeah, but you have him grappled, so you can
Yeah.
pin.
okay, I can try to pin him.
And yeah, pinned.
Alright, that'd be cooler than my attack if I can do that. Let's see. Oh, give him the pin condition. Attacker continues to have grapple condition but loses dex bonus to AC. Okay. And that'll make it easier to tie him up later if I want. Alright, so I think all I have to do is
Pinned creature
CMB
takes
plus
-4 to his AC, which would help the others hit him. They can always attempt to
Yeah.
free themselves. They can always escape artists. They can make verbal and mental actions. No somatic components.
That's alright. I want to try to hog tie this guy. So it's CMB plus 5 is what I just did against his CMD, I think.
Okay. That does not defeat his CMD. It is
Motherfucker.
21 even while he's grappled.
Alright, well, that's my turn.
Yeah. Okay. The little spiritual weapon that could. This is its last round before it expires.
I believe in you.
Its touch AC is garbage. That hits for 12.
Alright, I'm gonna grab another charge from the wand so I have more than, 10 hit points.
Oh, yeah.
It's mocking me.
Oh, yeah. I got so many charges of this.
Continue yelling this whole time, too.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
So is he. So that's going to be...
Holy, seriously, I have not rolled over a 2 for this frickin' will save.
Still not in the area?
You are out of it.
Okay.
Shaman failed.
Man, we have some shitty will saves.
Yeah, that's going to be fun someday, isn't it?
At least I got +4 as being a dwarf. I just rolling terrible.
True.
Well, if it was a fear effect, it'd really be +8.
True.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Fucking die! No! Oh. Sorak hits it for a bunch. It is almost down.
Let's see if I can finish it off.
That will hit.
And I connect.
That will be enough damage. He drops. You are out of combat.
Oh, good.
An idea I had, but I didn't. I only looked up the details of it just like into last round. You could have used your attack to do a disarm attack and removed his holy symbol to prevent him from doing the. Because you have to present the holy symbol to do the channel energy.
I see. That would have been smart.
If you guys can hold 5 minutes before we go to the next room, then I will cast a spell on us.
Fine, we got.
Makes sense.
We
There's
have
a chest
looting
in
to
here.
do.
We gotta.
Yeah, we have a bungus to loot.
We do, thank you. So as Toby, does this change bless to super bless? Is that what's happening?
What?
The Book of the Hammer's Call?
Oh, are you already in the bungus?
No,
Or
I've
where to-
already had this item.
You've had
Yeah,
that?
we got the book last time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
5-minute reading. Next time I cast Bless, it is an hour per level, plus 2 morale to attack rolls and all saves.
Sounds like a book of super blessed to me.
Okay, thank you. So while we are looting, I would like to cast this as super bless.
So she preaches to us and gives a sermon while we're looting.
Yes.
She's a priest of the pirate god, so
I was about to say, yeah.
actually just normal.
Rousing morale.
Some religious people say grace before dinner. She says it as you guys are ripping through a bungus and counting money.
Yes. I am typing a thing.
Okay.
So this is super bless, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Could someone, if they have that Toby on their sheet, could you throw it on mine?
We praise Bismara and thank her
think
for the
he's
loot
distributed
stolen
Super
from the
Flush
corpses of our
In
enemies.
this campaign, not yet, but I know where to get it from.
Cool. I don't have bless either, actually.
You don't need bless if you've got
Yeah,
super bless.
true. Is the bungus splitting stuff by 3, or am I misreading it?
Hmm. Oh, damn it. Where is it? Maybe I don't have Super Plus handy. Let's see if this one works.
Can I steal it from Denvaya?
Yeah, I just don't have the current version of the CC people loaded in, unfortunately. Yep, and this is the bugged one. I'll have to get I'll get one for
That's
you
okay.
guys.
Thank you. We'll just know it's there.
We praise Bismara and thank her for the loot stolen from the corpses of our enemies.
In a chest that is partially broken, the lock is broken.
Hashtag super bless.
The hinge is damaged on it. It looks like there was a fire that nearly claimed it. This room was just obliterated by combat. It looks like a massive knockdown, drag-out fight happened here a long, long time ago. Years ago. And what's in... Kitty, shut the fuck up.
Is he okay?
It's Hansel being an idiot.
Oh.
Sorry, get my train of thought back. Okay. The item that's in the bungus here is a strange little folder full of documents. And Storgrim will recognize it as what the dwarves call an oath cinder. It's meant to hold sensitive documents, and you pull a little pull string on it, which sort of lights it like a match, and everything in it burns up. So this one looks like it suffered some water damage, and someone tried to pull it, but it didn't burn. And there are, in fact, some documents inside it.
Well, that's nice.
Go ahead and take that.
I forgot that copper pieces are
Heavy.
like impractical.
All
yeah.
of the money is gone.
Well, I clicked split 4 ways, so it's on your sheet. Probably.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
But
And it's
yeah,
the
I forgot
reason
that.
you now have a heavy load, because he just put 6,000 coppers on you.
Yeah, you might be dead.
You might have to actually just delete that copper.
Oh God, my back.
Good thing I have the Bank of Besmara.
150 pounds of copper.
Let me do some math.
Riarka has 190 pounds over her encumbrance at the moment.
Yeah, I
That's
think
pretty
I'm
fun.
dead. I'm gonna start shoveling stuff into the bank.
I am very much cumbered.
Yeah.
I love that auto split button. That's just like casting hold person on the entire party.
Now I'm trying to think about the conversions because the Bank of Besmar like has it in terms of gold.
Yeah.
So, are we able to convert it to know that, or do I just need to like make a note? Let's see. Please remind me of the conversion rate.
100
It's
copper per gold, 10
Yeah.
silver per gold.
Okay.
I mean, personally, I'm perfectly fine in thinking in terms of, keeping track of the total value and not worrying about the actual coinage in there since there's not a weight thing.
Yeah. Because the bonuses are in with, please.
Let me know when you're ready because I have a deposit to make.
Thank you. So will you be depositing it as gold then, or how do we do this?
And I'm just giving you value of.
Okay.
So
1 second, sorry.
that's
Doing math.
that's the way I have it myself too. Because I figure if I ever need it, to go spend something, I'm gonna say, hey, I need this much gold out of you, and if you give it to me all in coppers, that's fine. I'm about to dump it on some merchant's desk anyways.
That's fair. So 1 second. 10, 744 by the time I put in the copper, and then plus another 10, 806 is what that should be right now. Okay. How much are you depositing?
1,000 gold.
Thank you.
I will post these for everybody to read.
Okay. Putting a note in my notes that I'm keeping track of how much I have from each of you.
These are the notes from the Oath Cinder.
Yeah, I just posted them in chat so everybody can read them.
I'm going to read this one into the recording.
Go for it.
The note says, "No choice but to barricade ourselves in. I've checked every one of the survivors in the room for bites, twice. The moans and howls of the infected ring in our ears, both real and imagined. Even the quiet safety of our Lord's bedroom, my heart pounds and I can't catch my breath. I don't know how we'll ever leave this place now. Kurudin triggered the collapse, so the water levels are too high for most to swim now. The escape tunnels are gone. We have to contain it," was the last thing he said before he tore open his wife's neck with his teeth in front of the little ones. Possibly best that they did not survive to see our bitter end. To any who find this, take care what visitors you invite across your threshold. Rulkin Tongfist, Steward of Gol Kazak.
This is the note from the people we've been fighting.
Mm-hmm.
It's the dwarves who are here.
There is a schematic, which is a detailed design of what kind of looks like a giant fish, kind of looks like a boat. And it says, "Core seal integrity reliant upon tri-binding of ember steel rings and a single stable forge heart. Elemental matrix must remain quiescent at all times. Awakening secrets may cause breach event in chambers 3 through 7. Do not exceed containment spiral drift by more than 6 degrees. Hull construction utilizes a layered plating of dark iron alloy, coral-bonded merkite, and pressure-tempered stone glass. Lateral fins reinforced with quenched stone metal ribs. Acceptable deformation thresholds 9 spans for tide cycle. Estimated maximum depth 1,200 fathoms. Recommended operational depth 900. Propulsion speed in still water 3 knots. Surge speed forge boosted up to 7.4 knots. This design is not war tested. If the flame within stirs, abandon the vessel." Xiaofeng zones out while trying to read the schematic and walks away slowly, overburdened by his many copper coins.
Yeah. Yeah, so one step at a time, I'm just walking towards Sriarka. I'll be like, do you have more room in that bank?
Do. Would you like some help?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would like to make an investment.
Yes, please.
I think you mean deposit, but okay.
Investing in keeping your cleric alive.
So, how much room do you have?
Um, does it have a limit?
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I currently have almost 12,000 gold, and if I get up to 15, my AC goes up 1. So,
Okay, so I can just convert all my stuff to gold and hand it to you, right?
sure. Thank you.
Effectively, you guys just move your currency to weightless currency on your sheet and then let her know how much you've deposited. That's
I'm
all you got to do.
Gonna give you. Oh, I see. Okay.
But she needs to know how much for her total because that
It affects the item.
Yeah. So 1,061 gold pieces for you.
Thank you very much. It will keep it safe.
And Bandy is enjoying this way too much.
Yes.
I want to see we get that thing to +10.
It'll be very fun.
How much is your plus right now?
I have 1 moment.
It
I have over
functions
10,000
as
in it.
yeah.
It is it's a +3 right now until I get to 15. And it's a
Jeez.
+4.
Crazy.
The third
There's still
paper
platinum in the chest there we didn't take. We should.
the third paper in the chest is a weird coastal map. Impossible to tell what it points to. You see an arrow on the left side that says to RB. You see an arrow on the right end of the coast that says Q. You see some weird line markings that look like a little curly Q down and to the left and then up. And the map has notes on the bottom of it that say, from the shallows past the second shoal, steer due south until the water quiets. Count 25 heartbeats past the drop. Turn southwest with the sun at your back. Hold course. Okay, you guys are making chat scrolls by so fast I can't read it.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'll open it a different way. Turn southwest with the sun at your back. Hold course until the reef shadow fades beneath. Drift west by a kelp run length, not a breadth more. Rocks sleep angry below. At the copper swell, nose northwest. Ride gentle till the sea forgets your wake. No lanterns, no bells. Let silence mark the last descent.
I don't understand a word of that.
You can roll your profession sailor or pirate on that stuff.
Sorry. Profession accountant is breaking my brain.
Not a recipe.
Holden, those are all navigator terms for how to navigate difficult shoals or shallows without running the ship aground. And clearly, an experienced pilot must know that bay that's marked on the map really, really well to have mapped out such a bizarre course. You're not sure what the point is of going to that island that way, and the word descent does not make sense in any imagination of sailing. You never want to descend. That's called sinking.
Unless it's an underwater cavern, much like this place.
Boats don't go underwater.
Boats don't, no.
Interesting.
Something to keep an eye on, see if we can figure out where that island is.
And Storgrim, your estimation of the state of this folder is that it's water damaged and the pull torch didn't work. It's dried out a bit, so it might work now. So you want to be careful not to pull it unless you want to destroy all the documents.
Actually, I want to disarm it so it doesn't accidentally get pulled.
Okay.
And or remove the documents from the folder and not have to worry about it.
You can remove the match and fuel stick. There's just like a fireworks sparkler in there.
Yeah.
and a match pull. So if you remove those 2 items, it will just be a folder.
Yeah, I'll just remove those
Okay.
so that somebody doesn't get curious. Oh, what's this do? Yank. Now then, I believe this kingly guy here had some interesting stuff.
Oh, you want that stuff, huh?
We like to loot.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's start with the shitty stuff. This soldier had a dwarven long axe +1, repeating crossbow, mithril scale mail, and he was undead, so he forgot to drink his potions of cure light and moderate.
We could use those.
This
We should probably just drink them.
Paragon has a masterwork heavy mace and what's called Crusader plate, a suit of full plate worn by time and battle. Engraved on the inside of the chest is the following poem: when dark whispers seek your ear, recall the dawn so bright and clear. Raise your blade with purpose shine, and know the heavens march in line.
Very nice.
The Lord of Gold Kazakh also has a set of Crusader plates, so I'll increment that up to 2. He also carries a typical Gold Kazakh axe, masterwork.
Oops. Not mean to put that in my inventory.
Holden picks up a polearm and falls over because it's huge and heavy. And let's see. Can we have a spellcraft check from our spell nerd?
Hey. 1 second. Technical difficulty. There you go.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, math broke my brain.
Yep. You don't know how that works. I will let you guys, since you're going to be able to go back to the ship pretty soon, I will let you pester Riviera for a second shot at that.
Yeah.
Since Mandy has chosen to roll poorly.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Crooked is a returning throwing axe. It's a strange looking axe. It seems poorly suited for melee. Indeed, it's -2 in melee, but ideally balanced for aerial spins. Dwarven runes and Stormcall sigils etched into its golden socket hum faintly with magical potential. It's a +1 throwing axe designed exclusively for range use with returning property. It can only be thrown and returned once per round, though. It has a range of up to 100 feet. It has a range increment of 20 feet, so every 20 feet you throw, it's -2 to hit. No minus within 20 feet, though. The cool part, the part that's bullshit, and you saw him demonstrate, was that it can be thrown as part of a move action, as if drawing the weapon.
I would like that, if no one else wants it. I feel like I can occasionally do some martial flexibility stuff with thrown weapons, maybe. I have to look at the feat lines.
The cool thing about it is you could put it on any of your beaters that move, any of your melee.
Yeah. I kind of wanted it because at least gives me something I can do as I'm closing.
You are slow, that's true.
He just
But the thing is-
don't believe him. He just wants it so he can trigger more automatic bullshit every time he runs 20 feet.
Yeah, true. He's just every time we be running
Yeah,
around,
he's
toss
like
some
healing,
axes.
throwing shit, smacking people.
Well, this is the question
Can
I was going
look
to
like a
ask
Diablo
because
2
I
character.
want to be fair in terms of using stuff. Would I have to have it in hand, i.e., give up my shield?
Only when you're throwing it. And the reason Crooked works is it goes back to hanging on your belt in a quick throw position. You would have a hard time throwing it a second time. Like if you have
Yeah.
sword and shield in your hand, I guess if you put it on Shafeng or Holden, someone who has a hand free,
I have two
Yeah.
hands free.
they're going to
so-
throw it more often than you are.
Yeah. Like I said, I was thinking in terms of I could in fairness say like like when I'm closing, grab my main axe and my offhand around the shield grip for the throw.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but if I'm like trying to, I couldn't do the maneuvering bullshit like that he was
Yeah.
doing, because then I'm in melee.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I can see it either way it would work. It's like, yeah, it gives me a range, something I can do while I'm closing, but yeah, somebody else would get more use out of it, more attacks out of it than I would. So
You
it's
might get
kind
more
of,
throws out of them. Yeah, but you're right. It does give you a ranged option you're not going to have otherwise.
Yeah. I'm willing to roll a d20 with you if you want.
That's fine. That works. What about you, Holden? Do you want it?
Well, we should
No, I'm
also you should see all of this before you decide.
Okay.
Because
But wait, there's more.
Riarca and Riviera also find an axe that the dwarves, it says in Dwarven, good luck, or in Taldane, bonne chance. It is a Dwarven war axe, but it is very well forged, and it's lighter than it should be to be a Dwarven war axe. It was forged under divine inspiration, but not Torag's. You guys will roll your history checks in here. Somebody here has history. Riviera will if you guys don't. Your resident nerds will have heard.
I left my brain in the other character.
Sure,
I don't
sure.
have.
Riviera says an ancient story claims a gnome priest of Desna infiltrated the forge halls during a festival and secretly blessed a half-forged axe, leaving it to drift into the right hands. Lord Fargrim never admitted this, but he also never had it purified. Now, with Kazakh's fallen, Desna's influence has grown within the weapon. Some say she stirs within it, waiting for the next champion, bold or foolish enough to let fate lead the blade. Bone Chance is wielded like a dwarven war axe, but it is lighter and faster, causing it to be usable by finesse wielders and also strike look more like a scimitar than an axe. That's why it didn't cut your head off. It crits ×2, but it crits on an expanded crit range. And due to the hidden blessing of Desna on the weapon, the wielder receives +10 land speed on charge attacks. So when he charged, both of his axes did stuff.
Oh, my inner magus is fascinated.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, not here right now.
Gold Kazakh axe. And then he also has, which Riviera and Riarca will help identify, the Crown of Gold Kazakh, which is an attractive golden crown. Once the regalia of King Dorn Helbraz, ruler of the dwarven settlement of Gold Kazakh, the crown was meant to symbolize resilience and unity in the face of the pirate lords of the Shackles. Corrupted by its history, the crown now enables the wearer to cast Command Undead once per day at the wearer's level, and it functions as a circlet of charisma +2.
Charisma.
Nice.
That's going to one of the casters, that's for certain.
No, I just realized I don't think I'm even proficient with that axe, Nomcath, so that's yours.
Okay.
The throwing one.
Well, Holden, do you want it?
The throwing axe is a throwing axe. You are proficient with that.
Yeah.
You're not
I
proficient
am?
with Bone Chance, which is a dwarven war axe.
You could use that two-handed, but you can't use it
Sure.
as a one-hand.
Yeah.
It says proficient with simple weapons plus hand axe
Yeah.
and short sword and weapons from close fighter.
Crooked counts as like hand axe, throwing axe.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, then I would want to roll for it.
Bone Chance counts as dwarven war axe.
But if I take this, then I am I'm losing out on. Well, actually, how you want to? How are you doing the crap. The Steelbound
Cut
Awakening?
out. Sorry, what'd you say?
I'm asking Toby. The
Yeah?
Steelbound Awakening.
Yeah.
Is the spirit tied to a specific weapon, or is it as long as the same type of weapon?
Your Steelbound Awakening is, well, the spirit of the spirit is in the blue axe
Okay.
for sure, but it doesn't mean you're
Then
limited to that weapon. Doesn't mean you can't ever use a different weapon when you want to.
The way the archetype reads.
Yeah.
So
here, this is Steelbound. It's been a bit since I read it.
I am stuck on using Dwarven War Axes unless I want penalties. There is that, but it's.
I would like to loosen that up to like axes.
Okay.
I don't.
But at the same time,
like
you've got
anything
something
that
building with
pitches you.
that axe, and I really don't want to give it up either. So, I like what's going on with that axe. So yeah, I wouldn't want Bond Chance then.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about any of that stuff when I made this stuff. It just made sense for them to have it. So.
Oh, that's fine. I mean,
You just got too many axes.
Yeah.
It's only he could be like McGinnis with all of his guns.
Oh my god. He did have too many guns at one point. I was like, dude.
In theory, I could give up the shield, just be doing and dual wielding the axes, but.
Oh.
Couple of feats before I wanted to try and do that. Anyways. Alright, so.
I'll let you buy 2-weapon fighting even if your dex is too low. Just because it's crazy pants. Actually, your dex is pretty good.
Yeah, but to not like severely kneecap myself, I would need 2 feats.
I don't know, man. You'd be pretty terrifying on the ship's deck wielding 2 Dwarven War Axes. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. But like I said, I need 2 feats to have any chance. Even with the 2 feats, I'm at -2 to hit on both of them. So, actually, I don't know if I could because they're not considered light. Well, no, you said the one is light, so yeah, I could do that.
That's
With
true. I
Bone
would
Chance.
treat Bone Chance as light. Mm-hmm. It is.
Yeah, because it's a finesse weapon, therefore. Tempting, but I'm also kind of playing her tempting. Let's do this because I know how we're gonna make a decision. I know, Enrique, you want the throwing axe. Holden, do you want a chance at it?
Nope.
Okay, so me and you will roll off for the throwing axe. That sound good, Enrique?
Sure.
D20.
You're probably gonna get it. Oh no!
Nope, I didn't. It is yours.
Sweet.
I think I will take Bond Chance then. May not always use it, but yeah, the idea of a dwarf with twin dwarven war axes.
With the nickname of Lion Cat and with a lot of Riz-based skills, I would like to put myself forward for stealing this crown.
Go for it.
Go for it. Yeah.
Don't trust her, guys. She
earned it.
wants to command
you.
undead. Don't trust her. She wants to command undead. She likes speak with head way too much. She's got a long history of cannibalism. She wants to command undead. You can't trust this one. Don't listen to her.
Objection. Other
I don't
campaign.
judge.
Now, actually, that does bring up something else. I remember
Cannibalism?
no. Speak with head.
Oh, yeah.
You is that a spell or an item you have?
I believe that currently, let me scroll back through to make sure. I have a wand of it with 20 charges.
Okay.
I can't
So I was
believe she
thinking-
hasn't taken the spell just so she can cast it 6 times a day for the rest of the campaign.
I might.
I was thinking of speak with head
Yes.
with the our dwarven king here, and to get more information of exactly what happened.
I love it. Good plan. IRL, my eyes lit up when you said speak with head. So, yes.
You have a problem.
Hey, she's admitted it's a problem. That's
Yep,
the correct
that's the
step.
first step.
Whether or not the second step is ever taken.
It
There's
might be.
not too many therapists operating in the Shackles just now.
I need one too.
I'll talk to the
I'm
heads.
a little worried about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They make a good therapist. Talking to him like you were.
And she puts the evil crown on her head, keeping close track of how much money she has, and Xiaofeng's over there unwilling to let go of his fishing pole. You know, party's looking very mentally healthy.
Oh yeah, I have almost 15,000 gold. No, I have 14.
The dwarf cackling maniacally as he raises twin dwarven war axes in the air.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, did somebody say something about a
We're the
whirlwind
good
skill?
guys, right?
Oh, that'd be sweet. Do they have that in Pathfinder?
Whirlwind?
Yeah.
You...
There's always the stupidest. Like, it made no sense in Diablo 2.
Nope.
Like, he just spins around like a tornado. Okay, but it was awesome.
I hated that there were builds where you just always spun forever. Just...
Yeah. It's the most
This
silly
game
thing.
is so stupid. Yeah.
Actually, there's a whirlwind attack.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And it
However,
hits
it would
everything
in
around
order
you.
for me to get it, I would have to pick up dodge and spring attack.
Yeah, I've combined dodge and mobility into one feat.
And combat expertise is an automatic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So actually, I would only have to pick up spring attack. So
Which is
I
a
would
pretty good one anyway.
And I'd have to have 2 feats to get the whirlwind attack.
And think about your spring attack where your fucking boots and your axe... Yeah.
Ooh.
Spring attack with a charge.
Love it.
Give up all
It
regular
does.
attacks instead.
It's
One
really
melee attack.
dumb. It's really dumb for your armor class to go dual
Yeah.
wield with bone shots. But
Yeah.
it's really good for your positioning and your movement.
Yeah.
Because you can charge 10 feet farther.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I didn't
Which is
actually...
why I think he's going to be basically switching back and forth between dual wielding or axe and shield, depending on situation.
Yeah. Fear not, Toby. I also have hide from undead, detect, and disrupt undead. So, we're not just commanding them.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's the backup for when the command fails.
Yes.
Nice.
If they don't listen, we make them.
I think you're going to enjoy that axe.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very nice.
gonna be fucking crazy. Like, every time I move, or whatever.
Now, you only get one free action around. However, with all of your with your rolling attack, effectively, every round you can throw that.
Is it? Wait, hold on.
Because it's
okay.
considered it's a free action as part of a move action.
If Toby counts that as a move action,
Counts what?
my rolling flurry.
I do.
Ah, so stupid, but
Yep.
thank you. So I'm just gonna constantly just be like flinging an axe randomly to the side and then like hit punching people.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Some Jackie Chan, like, kung fu movie shit.
Yep. Have you seen the movie? I don't know why I just thought about this. The Flying Guillotine, that kung fu movie. All right, I'm gonna send you guys a clip
Okay.
of it. It would be you should make that weapon in Pathfinder someday.
Okay. Don't tempt me. I'll make stupid shit. Let's just
Oh,
make
you'll
sure.
see. It's the stupidest.
Just testing to make sure this works for Mandy.
Oh, good. Very good. Thank you.
Gotta fix the DC.
How'd you know
otherwise
that
it
was my
works.
internal hype track?
Yeah.
So it plays before something goes up in flames.
There we go.
If you're going to go that route, eventually you're going to have to get. I don't know how many of you will actually recognize what that is.
Oh, good.
I've seen Kroll.
Yep.
So basically, the flying guillotine is like a basket, like a hat on a chain that they throw the hat, then it lands on top of their head, and a thing drops down around their neck. He pulls the string, and it decapitates them, and then he pulls their head back to him.
Good God.
Oof.
Mythbusters did a thing on that.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
Did they make
they
it work?
did.
No, they didn't.
Oh.
Those lunatics, of course they did.
It was
would've
it was to make it have enough oomph to actually cut through. It'd be too heavy and too unwieldy to actually throw. So
They could do it with a drone nowadays, maybe.
yeah.
Alright.
All right. Well,
More looting?
I don't think there's more loot per se, but there are a couple more scrubby level undead that I think you guys will easily dispatch. And I need to quit slightly early tonight. So if there's no more looting, I think we will
Grab some
call
of this
this
stuff to
place
sell.
mostly done. Nope, it's
I
not
grabbed
completely
the-
done.
Speak with the head this time or next time?
We can speak with
I can
Ted
do that
now.
next time. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I think you only get 2 questions at your level.
Let's
2 or 3?
Trying to find it. Reading. Where does it say that? I'm trying to.
Somewhere in the spell text.
1 question per 2 caster levels.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you
2
round
questions.
down, so you get 2. 1 more level and you get 3.
All right.
I will bop him on the decapitated head with this.
Okay. What will the first question be? His head
look
can
at start
barely
room.
talk. It's generous to say that this disastrously
Yeah.
beaten in skull could talk, but we'll say it can.
For the
Let's see
bit.
here. So, note said, be careful. Hear what visitors you invite across your threshold. Best question I can put is, what was the nature of visitors that caused the decline of your clan here?
Okay. I ask him that.
Okay. Final answer from the asker?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
The head says, envoy of dwarves.
Envoy of dwarves. Why would dwarvens cause? One more question.
Should I ask where they were from? Or
So there's that, or we can try and get more information of what they were trying to cover up by destroying the forge. What were they trying to hide?
right. Mm-hmm.
So you can ask about one of the 3 documents or something else.
So I'm trying to figure out, since
What
we
do
only
you
have one
guys
more
think?
question, I'm trying to figure out which
Yeah.
one.
Well, if we put his head in the backpack, we can
here
ask
we
him
go.
again later.
Here we go. Every
How'd you know?
campaign, this one.
I thought you could only do it once per corpse.
Go ahead, tell him, Andy.
It times out eventually. We can use it again.
How many campaigns does your character have a head in the bag?
If this succeeds, all of them.
Wow. And how many campaigns is that?
I want to say 3.
All three of your yeah.
How
I
many
think
of
I might
yours?
have one in mind.
Okay.
1 to 2. Yeah.
Pattern established.
So multiple times per week, you make believe that you carry severed heads around in a bag.
Make believe.
He keeps handing them to me.
Mm.
I don't
know
even play
about
the same
that.
class in these different campaigns. How is
Yeah.
this happening? I
It's
don't
so
know.
weird. The common thread is the player.
Well, suppose I am a caster in all of them, so there's that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, casters always carry heads
Yes.
around. I mean,
That's you know.
Olbrin had a bag of heads.
Did he?
Yeah, Ulfrid has
Did
a bag of heads.
Eldrin Croctaw have a bag of heads?
Crocta might have.
Does Ulfrid have a bag of heads? I don't think so.
No, I don't.
Maybe.
Crocta did have a skull, but not a bag of heads.
Well, that's technically what we're gonna have here. So
Someone had a
if
brain in a
you use
jar.
that invalidates Bandy having a head in every
Someone
Crocta.
did have a brain in a jar. So
Yes.
Yeah, that was Takala.
Now, I would like to say, in Carrion Crown, you had the head severed before we got there. We
No.
didn't come to
No.
it. That was not my fault.
Oh, no. You're not
First- the
dragging
first
me
time.
into your weird little head in a bag.
And Tony's just a psychopath, so you know it's fine.
All right.
Anyway,
So
Question
for
2.
second,
after
question
a week,
two.
we can use it again. Anyway,
I think your character needs the flying guillotine to help you get all those heads.
well, yes, that tracks.
second
Question
question.
2.
That's what she calls her spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
You
What-
know what? I'm writing that down.
What were you trying to hide by destroying the forge and its attached storeroom?
Say it again.
Pass that on.
What were you trying to hide or cover up by destroying the forge and the attached storeroom?
No, not that. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. He says the secret path to the ship hangar. Ship.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, the ship home, I think is the way he would put it.
Check out here.
Who's got knowledge engineering?
I do.
Roll it for me on this shit. You're sitting here looking at this schematic, and Holden or Storgrim is able to piece together that they are using what's called a forge heart, which is not unknown to you. That is where you summon a elemental, and some dwarves forcibly enslave the elemental to use it as an engine for heat, for power, for energy, for magic. Some cut a deal with it, like cut a deal with the elemental or with its lords that it will serve 100 years as an engine in whatever they're building. This shattered forge that's north of here had a forge heart in it. It's how you run a really hot forge to work things like mithril, adamantine, the higher metals. And this schematic at the center of this fish has a huge forge heart, but the schematic indicates that it's not designed for heat or forging or crafting. It's designed to create pressure, steam pressure. And that goes into some other mechanism that you don't completely understand. And that goes into some other mechanism that you don't understand at the back of it. But according to this, Storgrim can piece together that this is some kind of ship that goes along the surface of the water or sits slightly underneath the water. He can sort of piece together that he's looking at a submersible design.
Interesting.
Which, just the implications of which suggest that this ship, if it worked, would be completely invisible to most of the most dangerous people from here to Cheliax. The Sahuagin would see it and know about it just fine. No, unlike Ocean Gate, this ship was actually built properly and sailed by competent people, looks like. No billionaires were harmed in the making of our Shackles campaign. Yet.
Unfortunate.
Oh, we'll get there.
Now then, this also makes those navigational instructions make a little bit more sense.
Mm-hmm. So Storgrim can piece this together, that these Alkenstar, he suspects the design looks like their stuff. It's definitely their metallurgy and their style. And it's way weirder technology than you've ever heard of. Dwarves normally don't mess with water. This place is weird. This is an underwater, it's below sea level in the archipelago of the Shackles facility that only through a series of careful dams and water routing systems is this place even dry at all. And in fact, it's a really difficult swim to get to it right now. But you think at one point, before this place was flooded and partially collapsed in desperation as they were dying from zombie plague and killing each other, this place might have been a place where this underwater ship could dock. And all the apparatus for that is destroyed. It's whatever rubble is left in the northeastern cave that you guys swam through to get up in here. So the Alkenstar dwarves were setting up settlements in the Shackles within the last 20 or 30 years, maybe more. And they may have done it with this ship or ships in such a way that the surface fleets of the pirates and the Chelish Navy would have no idea it was even happening. But the Sahuagin would know. The underwater races would know. The aquatic elves, the scum, the other critters that live under the waves would be like, look at that big fucking fish that swims stupidly. That's not a fish. It would be very obvious to them.
So, most likely I'm thinking whatever ship that was here, assuming they didn't leave when they shut this place down, is probably buried under in a different cave we wouldn't be able to get to right now.
Yeah, you don't think there is one here. You think you would have seen it when you swam in.
In the main cave.
It would have been at the bottom of the big cave that you swam in. And there's nothing there. The Sahuagin would have found it, firstly. They may know about this, you realize, as you sit here looking at these schematics written in Dwarven language and speaking Mayonnaise with your party, that it's possible Zorak and his people know about this shit already. You've never heard anyone on the surface talk about anything like this. They have no idea.
I'll actually go to Zorak and show him the schematics picture. Any of you other people ever seen something like this under the waves, shaped like this?
Dwarf can.
So you have seen them.
Heard about him.
You willing to tell us where you've heard about them?
Sahuagin tribes, very often he says we're at war, but we also sometimes talk and trade with each other. Usually right before we go to war and kill each other completely. Or absorb. One tribe absorbs another. Generally, we like to have some space between our territories, but one time doing some kind of trade with another Sawagan tribe, they mentioned that they had encountered a underwater can or container, they said, of surface worlders, and they were alive inside it instead of dead. Usually when the ships come down from the surface, everyone in them is dead. You guys don't breathe water very well, and you can't take the pressure of the depths even if you do. So there's lots of surface worlder ships down here with us. But usually they're not full of living people. But they said they'd encountered one or two.
Tell us roughly where this tribe, their territory is?
They're well beyond our territory, and they got attacked by other things, and their territory shrank a bunch. I don't know if they're even still around, but they were to the northwest.
West. Interesting. Thank you for the information.
Which brings me to, let's see, the thing we'll quit on here is that you guys are now aware of, in ways that most people aren't, you are aware of the presence of a clan of Sawagan. In this case, Zorak's people are the Brain Eye Sawagan, is what they call themselves. That's the translation. And you guys actually have a limited ability to trade with them. And they will very gladly explain to you that this entire huge extended area between these islands, this whole area they view as theirs. They will attack any ship that comes into this area. They'll attack your ship if you come back in this area, although they might give you a chance to explain why in case you have something they want. But they, according to them, they own this area. And that actually fits with the local knowledge sailor pirate checks you guys could do, that this area is bad. Bad things will happen to you if you go in there. Sawagan will attack or other creatures will attack. And that's why most of the shipping lanes advise that you either go close to the coast over here, which is dangerous. There's a lot of small-time pirates on the coastal pirates, or they recommend you go far to the west around like Tidewaters here. And this whole area is considered a bad zone, and now you guys know why. Although you have sort of an edge, they might not instantly attack you on sight.
But then again, like I said, one of the plans that is kind of stewing, and having seen the pretty decent-sized silver veins in the walls there,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that Storgrim is seriously considering doing is when we find a decent-sized city in this area, probably not anytime soon, but there's nothing all that big around here.
Mm-hmm.
Finding somebody willing to invest in the idea of clearing them out and setting up a silver mine.
Well, when he says this is all their territory, he says that they don't bother with land, like they don't care what's on Windward Island over here. But they do say that our people, your people, have a fortress here, and that it is currently under siege by a small fleet of your own ships. 3 brown ones and a red one, he says. Or so their sea friends tell them. And it's been under siege for weeks.
don't love that.
Well, Tidewater's not an ally of yours, but they're not they're like a place you could trade with, sell stuff, operate out of. They're an independent pirate port, basically. Tidewater Rock is. And if they're under siege, that means that there's some kind of pirate war going on down there.
Wonderful.
Sounds
we'll-
like something to investigate.
We'll pause
Might be
there.
able to make a new friend.
We'll pause there since Graham just loaded.
Yeah,
Yay.
it just loaded in. I have good news though.
Oh
My
yeah?
manager took pity on me because I told her that I've been missing D&D. For some reason, they're scheduling me during D&D, and she said, "Oh, I play D&D too. I'm gonna put
Nice.
that in your availability that you can't work during D&D times."
Well,
Oh,
we're
Nice.
we're not doing CC on Sunday this week, but if they'll give you Thursday nights off for Shackles.
Well, usually, I'll try to do a standing like for those hours I can't
or
because CC will keep happening.
right. Well, you gotta make that dollar.
But it's not good. But I want this to be like my permanent like no-go zone for like 6 hours.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. I just told them a bit ago I want to quit a little bit early. I'm really not trying to quit
It's
just because
okay.
you got here, but
I know.
Yeah.
I would like it noted for the record.
Yeah.
I take the head so that we can question it later if we have those other questions. I also give a light pat to the silver vein on the wall because it's nice to be able to touch some silver in a campaign.
Oh, I see.
Just,
Let's see.
That's a good one.
thanks.
Okay, let's see. You have
I just got that.
in your inventory, and you're now cumbered, a
Oh, damn it. Oh,
a
shuffle.
dwarf skull.
Thank you.
Lord of Gol Kazakh skull.
Pretty
Thank
sure
you
I
much.
missed a lot, but I will
Wait.
listen to the recording.
So if you just carry a head around, you can ask it questions whenever you want.
In
well,
a week.
Not whenever
In a week.
you want. No.
Yeah.
You have to make an
Yeah, I
appointment.
think you're onto something.
Mhm.
I may have to start doing this with every spellcaster I ever have.
Yeah.
Yes, Eldrin could have been even more obnoxious.
Yeah. Hard to imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I have a suggestion for this episode's title:
Okay.
Cross-dimensional speak with head.
Mm.
Like
Since
Say-
that's a good part of the conversation is